Hello and welcome to IndiaPostLive.com, India's first live conversation web television. The conversation we're about to embark into right now is on Delhi University admissions. Yes, this is a time which is a very trying time for both aspirants as well as parents. The admissions started, the procedure started on Monday, the 2nd of June, and on the very first day, the website that was selling the online forms crashed. So, what exactly are parents worried about? What exactly are students worried about? What are they anticipating from this entire process? We are going to talk about that. All of you can also participate live on this conversation through your posts, your audio comments and your video comments, and you can also send us a participation request, and we would love to have you online through Skype or through Google Hangout to take part in the conversation. You can also tweet us #IndiaPostLive @IndiaPostLive. So let's begin. I have with me in the studio one aspirant, a student who's just completed his class 12, and another young kid who is in the 3rd year of a statistics course. First of all, I would like to welcome Garal Vashisht, right?
Yes.
All right. Garal, you have just completed your 12th. Welcome to the conversation. And also Shaurya Oberoi. Shaurya, welcome to the conversation. You are in the 3rd year. You're doing statistics,
Yes,
right?
yes.
You're doing an honors course?
Yes, BSc Honours.
BSc honors in statistics. From which college?
Kirodimal College.
Kirodimal College.
Yes.
All right. So you somehow seem to escape the controversial FYUP, right?
Yes, luckily so. I think.
Luckily so, you
Yes,
think?
yes.
All right, we are going to talk about that. We are going to talk about the 4-year undergraduate program that was introduced last year, and well, it was met with a huge amount of hue and cry. The media, activists, educationists, they were all against it, and in fact, both the BJP and the Aam Aadmi Party's manifestos promised that they would scrap it. So now, whether that's going to happen or not is of course something that will be seen. But let me first get Garal to talk to me. Garal, if you don't, okay, but before that, we will. Let me first ask you this question. What were your marks, if you don't mind? What were your marks in class 12?
I got 70%.
70%, and you were from a science background?
Yes, ma'am.
And why are you sounding so low when you're saying that? 70% is good, it's first class?
Not at all.
Not at all good? All right, all right. But the CBSE has had a good score this time, and cutoffs might be higher. So let's take a look at the overall scenario as far as the Delhi University admissions are concerned. Let's take a quick look at a package. It is that time of the year again. Thousands of aspiring students trying to gain admission to Delhi University's undergraduate courses. Besides the usual anxiety of the course versus college debate in the minds of both parents and students, turmoil, mismanagement and a website crash piled on the misery for aspirants on the very first day. The scene was pretty much the same at all the 18 centres where the admission forms for Delhi University admission are being sold.
The arrangement is so good because it's very sunny outside and tent and all is provided. But it's very chaotic, we have to ask others, where's the queue for general and OBC, where's the queue for SC, ST and all.
With students scoring high percentage in CBSE Class 12 examination this year, university officials are speculating that cutoffs will soar even higher for the 54,000 seats available for the undergraduate program than the last time. So, this time, will mission admission become mission impossible for aspirants? All right, so the question we're asking is, will mission admission become mission impossible or a mad mission, so to speak? Okay, so I was talking to Garal, and Garal seems very depressed about his marks. Why?
First of all, the cutoff of the DU is quite high, so I could not manage to get inside. And
You could not manage, because the process has just begun. Yeah, you have. I think June 16th is the last day to submit the forms, right? So you could not manage means what? Have you bought the form?
No, I did not, because I could not manage the percentage.
You need to have a minimum percentage to even buy the form?
No, the cutoff previous year was quite high.
Oh, so you're looking at the previous year's cutoffs and you've just chosen to throw in the towel, not even go for the fight. Really? Shaurya, what do you have to say? Do you think he's doing the right thing? Let's motivate him a bit, yeah? And get him to buy the form.
Yeah, I think he should go ahead and buy the form at least and try for whatever. It's always good to have a backup even if it's not your first priority. But yes, I mean, there are other options other than DU as of now. And I was
DU
having
is not the end of the world,
Yes.
of course.
Of course. But I was having a word with him also that, so he seems to be more interested in engineering, it seems. So I think that's what he's going for.
So you did physics, chemistry, mathematics
Yes,
with a
ma'am.
biotechnology combination, right? That's a very interesting combination. So where do you want to see yourself, 5 years down the line? As a regular mechanical or electronic engineer working for Cisco or TCS? Or do you want to get into biotechnology and, do a whole lot of
I want-
innovative experiments for us?
I have not thought about biotech till now, but I can think about it as a stream. But till now, the option is engineering.
Engineering, all right. So you're not really interested in Delhi University per se, and also because of the marks. All right, all right. Let me talk to you, Shaurya. You said you were lucky enough to have actually, you've not faced the FYUP scheme. Why? The program? Why?
See, the problem doesn't lie within the 4 years program. As in, what I'm trying to say over here is that the problem is on the 4 years. The problem is the content that they are teaching the students within the 4 years, right? It's fine to have a 4-year program, but you need to solidify it with good content within the 4 years. I speak to my juniors and they tell me that they get questions in the not their foundation courses, I think the other courses which they are studying not under their direct discipline, where they get questions like describe your metro ride, your first metro ride and stuff like this, where people come to college for a particular sort of specialization and not to go ahead and study things which are so basic in nature.
Can I play devil's advocate? I mean, apparently when this course was introduced, the justification that was given for it was that it's basically an overall thingy. You are studying some foundation courses. So even if you have been an art student, you're studying a little bit of science, a little bit of everything. So that's kind of preparing you better into the world.
But I don't think it actually is. I mean, school should be the time where you're prepared for stuff like this, for such basics, right? College is somewhere you want to go ahead and specialize. You've picked your stream.
Right.
You clearly decided that you want to study history or chemistry. I don't understand the combination of history and chemistry.
Yes,
history
of course.
students are going ahead and studying chemistry as well. I don't see the purpose of it. If you
Right.
want to include something like this, you might as well do it at the school level, where you haven't really chosen a specialization.
Right. And as our friend Garal, he's at least, what I really like is that he is convinced that he wants to study engineering,
Yes.
right? So let's talk about that a little bit. I mean, we are digressing a little bit, but we'll give you 30 seconds to talk about this. What are the engineering colleges you've thought about? So are you getting into the regular, entrance exams? Yeah, that's what you're doing?
Entrance exams like JEE Mains, UPSC, VIT, Triple E.
Are you looking at Delhi or are you looking at outside Delhi also?
I'm finding it to get colleges nearby only, but it would be fine if I could get a good college outside also.
A good college. And what is the stream of your choice?
IT or CS.
Okay, IT or CS. All right. So we have a budding computer engineer sitting in the studio, and let's see what innovations and what new things he gives us. Okay. I have with me on the phone line joining this conversation Gaurav Sharma. Gaurav Sharma is Associate Professor Mathematics of Delhi University's Acharya Narendra Dev College. Mr. Sharma, welcome to the conversation. Thank you so much for joining. Can you hear me?
Okay, thank you, ma'am. Yes, I can hear you, ma'am.
Great. All right. Mr. Sharma, tell us a little bit, Shaurya and I were just discussing about the 4-year undergraduate program. And he is of the view that, all the foundations are done in school. When you are in college, you are going there for a specialization. So there is no logic studying history with chemistry, as Shaurya just told us. What are your views on this?
See, this 4-year program
Yeah.
of Delhi University has been under a lot of controversy, right,
Right.
from its inception. And right there in the newspaper today itself, some comment has been given from HRD Ministry as well. So I think commenting anything whether it is a great idea or not a great idea, how it's going to help. A lot of debate has been there for last 1 year.
Gaurav, can you talk a bit louder, please? A bit louder.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, see, this 4-year program course has already been in a lot of controversy ever since its inception
Yes.
from last year. And today itself in the newspaper, I have seen some comments is there from HRD Ministry as well, from our HRD Minister, whether it should be there or it should be scrapped. So it is already a very controversial thing.
What are your
And,
views? What are your views?
See, my views are, if you go through foreign universities, this concept is very much there actually, and it was, you can say, an experiment to be done in India. Well, it is very early. It is at a very early stage. Whether it is, I should say that whether it is going to benefit the students or not. But yes, a few things which we don't study at our school level. For example, mathematics students don't study history. So now in college, they study history. So interdisciplinary actually is very much in there in foreign universities. It was an experiment which was
Right.
taken up by this university, and is there in a lot of
But Mr. Sharma, let me just put a very quick point across. Till class 10, you're studying everything, right? Till class 10, you're studying your social sciences, which includes history, civics, economics, geography. You're studying your basic sciences. You're studying physics, chemistry, mathematics, and biology till class 10. In 11th and 12th, okay, there is a certain amount of specialization, and then you're going to college. Now, the 4-year undergraduate program was launched. But the teachers, I have spoken to several, lecturers and professors. They say that there was no budgetary allocation, there was no infrastructure. So don't you think, this thing was done in a very ad hoc manner?
Yeah. That I agree.
You agree with that, right? Okay.
Yeah, that I agree. Before exercising this whole experiment, the infrastructure needs to be developed.
Yes, right.
Yeah, that I agree.
Okay, that you agree. Okay, now let's get back to the Delhi University admission process that has begun. You know what happened on the very first day? The website crashed, and we have, of course, in 3 days, 1.8 lakh forms have been sold. But don't you think it's getting more and more difficult for students? I have a student sitting here who is, who's given up hope of getting through because of his marks. So don't you think it's kind of unfair, and we are leaving a lot of students out in this entire process, and the entire process of getting the forms itself seems to be so traumatic for everyone?
Yeah, I feel that a few more colleges should be there, which can, from where students can get OMR forms. And about the website, certainly if more than 50,000 students strike the website at the same time, it is going to crash. So,
right.
things what we do is to benefit the students, but because of this overcrowded nation, things don't see as they are put.
All right.
कोशिश तो की जाती है अच्छे काम की, लेकिन because of overcrowdedness, sometimes
there are too many people. You're saying too many people. Okay.
All development seems to be failed actually.
all right. Gaurav, thank you. Stay on the line. Surely you just heard what one of the faculty of Delhi University has said. He also agrees about the infrastructure, but he's also saying that this might facilitate students, the FYUP might facilitate students when they go for studies abroad.
Of course. See that, as I said, the foreign universities want students who've done probably 12 plus 4 years of education, right? My problem isn't with the extra 4 years instead of 3 years, right? My problem is with the content that you're teaching within within these 4 years, right? What you said, up till 10th, we do more than basic of social sciences, of regular science, right? So I think basics we've already covered, and if we've decided not to study certain subjects, I think we should respect the choice and the choice of ours, and we should not be forced to take up subjects like this in college under the FIUP scheme, I think.
All right. Coming back to our aspirant, or rather somebody who's chosen not to be an aspirant with you, Garal, did it scare you that the CBSE marks this time have been even better than last year? and the cutoff marks could be even higher. That was one of the reasons why you did not buy the form.
Yes, ma'am.
But you know, the fact is that Delhi University has 77 colleges and 54,000 seats. What made you think that you don't stand a chance, yeah?
I would say
Or
that
is it that or is it lack of interest? I mean, do you think you could still want to do a physics honors or a chemistry? Or you're not even interested?
I would say that there are 88 or 77 colleges that you said, but all of them are not of the same level.
Okay.
They have their own placements and that all. In 70% I could get a better college from the other colleges, also from JEE and that. So
IP University and all that?
IP and University, they are having their cutoff from 55%.
Alright.
The eligibility there is 55%. So I thought ki DU's cutoff is.
Isko chhod dete hai, we'll do the other thing. All right. I will, in fact, surely get back to you on this craze of DU. But before that, I have with me on the phone line Mr. Saikat Ghosh, who is DUTA Executive Council. Mr. Ghosh, thank you so much for joining the conversation. I hope you can hear me.
Yes, thank you. Carry on.
Yeah, Mr. Ghosh, we were talking about the merits and demerits of the 4-year undergraduate program, and I have with me in the studio a young student who's pursuing his honours in statistics from Kirodimal, and he says that it bothers him that while this might be acceptable abroad, the content of the FYUP bothers him. And we also had another faculty saying that there was no infrastructure, no budgetary allocation. What are your views on the FYUP?
See, I sympathize with both these people that you have just referred to, the student and the faculty. It is true that the 4-year program's content is so suspect that even if its structure aligns itself to American universities, the structure, undergraduate structure followed in American universities, the content is so poor that students graduating out of Delhi University are not going to be considered seriously anywhere. Forget about American universities. These students are put at a disadvantage in comparison to other Indian universities. And of course, the education in Delhi University has been made a mockery of. If you consider the lack of classroom and laboratory infrastructure, the manner in which timetables have been set up, because students don't have the time to even spend half an hour in the library, let alone engaging themselves in extracurricular activities or activities that have some kind of a social importance. So what we are going to see, if the 4-year program is allowed to carry on, is batches of students who are not self-sufficient, who are not, who don't have any kind of professional or academic confidence to take on their responsibilities in the world.
Absolutely. In fact, that is something that I have been hearing from a lot of other professors and lecturers from Delhi University. But sir, let me get back to another very contentious issue. Somehow Delhi University admissions make it to headlines every single year. This time it made it to headlines right on, on the 3rd of June, because on the 2nd of June when the admission process started, the website crashed. Of course, there were too many people logging on at the same time. But also the fact that there was no water available to the aspirants in the queues, all of that, the facilities were not there. Somehow every time it seems to be a mission impossible, a madman mission, a lot of angst among parents as well as the aspirants. What is this whole factor about Delhi University that it manages to make it to the headlines every year, sir?
I mean, it has always made itself to the headlines.
Yes.
But earlier, those headlines would be positive. Of late, in the last 3-4 years, we have only been making very bad headlines.
Absolutely, yeah.
And that is due to the current Vice Chancellor and his team of administrators who have made a virtue out of not thinking through things. They pursue a very thoughtless line of administration. They don't give any consideration to the practical difficulties. Okay, they have this theory in their mind which they want to implement without any kind of, without listening or engaging to any kind of, disagreement. And as a result, they end up doing things in a way that alienates most people. I mean, not just the students and parents, even
Yes.
teachers are shocked at the level of indifference that this administration has stooped to.
Right.
And even in routine matters like admissions and appointments and, evaluation work. I mean, the evaluation work has become so tedious and complicated.
And another point I want to raise, Mr. Ghosh, the issue of ad hoc teachers.
Well, I mean, we have around 5,000 ad hoc teachers
Right.
in a university where the number actually is greater than 50%. And a university which is striving to become a world-class institution,
Absolutely.
these numbers are shocking because ad hoc teachers have no job security. Most of them are made to move from college to college after every 6 months, that is
Right.
after a semester, and therefore there is no stability of teaching learning in any college.
Absolutely.
So the plight of the ad hoc teachers is directly indicating the very low levels of academic responsibility in
Yes.
the university. at
Right.
large.
Do you think, are you optimistic now that, the BJP had said in its manifesto, so had Aam Aadmi Party, but, since BJP is in power, the BJP had said in its manifesto that they would scrap the FYUP scheme. Do you think that all these issues under the new minister, Smriti Irani, do you think all these issues will actually be taken up, or will the romance that people have in their minds regarding Delhi University, do you think that romance is dying?
See, that romance has died to a large extent, and it will be a long time before Delhi University manages to restore its credibility and prestige. But we had met Smriti Irani last week, and she has shown a great deal of intent. If you've been following the news closely, we may as well see a scrapping of the 4-year undergraduate program in the coming days. Apart from that, there is also the need to remove this vice chancellor and reconstitute the administration in a radically different way. I mean, this current administration has proved itself powerless to govern the university in an accountable manner.
Right.
And just like the Congress was given a lashing in the general elections, I think the same fate awaits this administration if the government is honest about its intentions.
All right. Mr. Ghosh, thank you so much. Thank you so much for those comments and those insights about the entire state of the Delhi University vis-a-vis FYUP, as well as, of course, the admission process. Thank you so much. Okay, I have with me on Skype joining us Abhinav. Abhinav Gupta is a student, and he joins us through Skype. Abhinav, welcome to the conversation. Can you hear me?
Yes, I do.
All right. Abhinav, tell us a little bit about yourself. What are you studying?
I just passed out from 12th. I scored 93%.
Oh, 93%.
Yes.
Congratulations. Congratulations. Okay, so what do you plan to do now?
I was planning to become honors in the new college, but I think I should drop down this.
Why?
Cutoff, it would go very high.
Okay. I mean, I have somebody with me in the studio, Garal Vashisht, who has anyway decided to not take up, not buy a form. He wants to get into a good engineering college, which will, probably ensure a good career because of the same reason, the cutoff marks. Now, his marks are a bit lower than yours, but you with a 93%, you're saying you will not get through.
If you want to go in dual college, you will think you should go in good dual colleges only. And their cutoff closes on 96 or 95.
All right. Abhinav, all right. So, sorry, we have another disillusioned student who is saying that even with a mark of 93%, have you at all bought the form, Abhinav? Abhinav?
Hello?
Yeah. Abhinav, did you buy the form, yes or no?
No, I filled it up online.
You filled it up online, right? So you
Yes.
downloaded it online and you filled it up.
Yes.
All right, so you've done that, but you're not optimistic.
No, I don't think I will.
Okay, very quickly, what do you plan to do? If not DU, what else?
CA, of course.
Oh, all right. Thank you so much, Abhinav.
Thank you.
Yeah, stay on the line. Shaurit, do you have anything you want to tell him?
Yeah, I had a tough time getting a course that I wanted in Delhi University as well, but see, there are two ways to go about it. Either you choose college over course or you choose course over college,
Right.
right? So
Yes.
most people, I know of people who probably didn't get a North Campus college or one of the better colleges, as you say, in Delhi University, but they have gone ahead and taken up the course which they wanted to study in probably a college of less repute. So I
Can
think
I just interrupt? Can I say something? Okay, I know this guy. He is Dipankar is his name. He wanted to do journalism. Now his marks, I don't remember his marks. He wanted to do journalism, and the only college which was giving him journalism was Maharaja Agrasen College. But he was not getting any North University college. He was so desperate to do journalism that he took it up. He took up that course despite the fact that Agrasen isn't in North Campus.
Yes.
And he worked very hard, and today he is studying in the St. Xavier's Institute of Mass Communication in Bombay. So, I don't know if that inspires you, but probably it's not just the college, If you work hard, as Shauri was saying, you can achieve your dreams. This guy is about to become a filmmaker, Dipankar Gupta, and I think if you work hard, maybe the college does not matter so much as long as you do the course you want to do. Abhinav?
Yes, I think you are saying right.
You'll think about it, right? All right. Yeah, Shauri, please go on. I'm sorry I interrupted you. Yeah.
Yeah. So, what
You
was
were
that?
you were saying that the college vis-a-vis the university.
Yeah, so people are enchanted by the whole idea of North Campus, I think. If not North Campus, then probably LSR, Venkateshwar, stuff like that. But I think it's a good idea to choose course over college as well, especially if he plans to do CA in any case, so he can supplement it with BCom, and
Right.
it doesn't really matter where he's doing his BCom from.
Right.
And I think...
And you can do the CA foundation course along with your
Yes,
BCom, right? So
yes,
yeah,
I think
that option is there.
I'm not
right.
sure, but I think you can do
I think
something
you
like that. Yeah. So I think if he does, I think it's a good idea to choose course over
Great.
college.
All right. Let me now go across to somebody else who's called up, who wants to join us in the conversation through the phone. She is Yogita Sharma, and she is a parent, and I think she's going to recount her experience of what it was like when she went to pick up the form. Yogita ji, can you hear me?
हाँ जी
नमस्ते योगिता जी.
नमस्ते.
थैंक यू इस कॉन्वर्सेशन पे आने के लिए. आप गई थी फॉर्म खरीदने?
हाँ जी.
क्या हुआ आपके साथ बताइए.
लेकिन कट ऑफ इतनी कम रखी है परसेंटेज के हिसाब से कि हमें एडमिशन ही मिलना मतलब इम्पॉसिबल सी बात है. जब बच्चे कहाँ जाएं? आप ये देखिए ना कि इतना ज्यादा परसेंटेज और ये सब रखते हैं कि कोई संभावना ही नहीं होती.
अच्छा, आप जब फॉर्म खरीदने गए थे तो
हाँ
आपको
जी.
कोई तकलीफ हुई? लाइन में खड़े रहना पड़ा?
हाँ जी, लाइन में खड़ा रहना पड़ता है. पूरा दिन लाइनों में निकल जाता है डॉक्यूमेंट के लिए. कभी कुछ मंगाते हैं, कभी कुछ मंगाते हैं. घर के चक्कर और इनके इधर से उधर काटते रहिए बस आप कॉलेज के.
आपकी बेटी को, आप बेटा है बेटी है आपका?
बेटा.
अच्छा, और उसको क्या करना चाहता है वो?
एक्चुअली तो जो है इंजीनियरिंग करना चाहता है और डीयू में एडमिशन लेना चाह रहे थे हम.
अच्छा.
लेकिन जब और कुछ नहीं हुआ तो उसने कंपटीशन के लिए भी फॉर्म भरे.
अच्छा.
लेकिन हर तरफ माराधाड़ी इतनी जबरदस्त है कि बस.
योगिता जी, वाई दिल्ली यूनिवर्सिटी? दिल्ली यूनिवर्सिटी में इतना क्या खास है कि आपको अपने बेटे को दिल्ली यूनिवर्सिटी में ही पढ़ाना है?
एक्चुअली फर्स्ट प्रेफरेंस भारत में तो दिल्ली यूनिवर्सिटी के लिए ही दी जाती है और फिर हम एनसीआर में रहते हैं तो इसलिए उधर ही जाते हैं. लेकिन वो इधर के लोगों को लेना भी नहीं चाहते.
अच्छा.
पहले आप दिल्ली के लोगों को ही लेना पसंद करते हैं वो लोग, चाहे बच्चा कितनी मेहनत करे.
अच्छा. और आप बाकी यूनिवर्सिटीज के बारे में सोच रही हैं, जैसे आईपी यूनिवर्सिटी हो गया और बाकी?
हाँ जी.
आप सोच रही हैं?
हाँ, जब नहीं मिलेगा तो सोचते ही हैं.
ऑल राइट. योगिता जी, थैंक यू सो मच हमसे बात करने के लिए और ऑल द बेस्ट. आई होप कि आपके बेटे को कोई अच्छा कॉलेज मिले, कोई अच्छा कोर्स मिले, आगे जाके वो तरक्की करे. थैंक यू सो मच फॉर जॉइनिंग द कन्वर्सेशन. ऑल राइट. सो अगेन यू हैव अ लॉट ऑफ disillusioned parents, disillusioned students. So like I was asking Mr. Saikat Ghosh, the romance with Delhi University seems to be dying down.
Yeah, I mean, not really. I think Delhi University is a good place for individual growth.
Right.
Probably not as much as academic growth, but individual growth for sure. You have a lot of time to participate. I don't know about the FIUP students now because
Right.
they have classes going on late into the afternoon, early evening as
Right,
well. So,
right.
but we have a lot of time to indulge in extracurricular activities. You know, debating, dramatics,
Yes.
a lot of things that we can
Those
do.
college fests are, they also make it to the headlines.
Yes, they do every time. Very grand events.
Right, right.
But yeah, so
Yeah.
we have a lot of time for extracurricular activities.
So you are still a proud student of DU, right?
Yes.
And
yeah.
needless to say, you escaped the FYUP, so of
Yeah.
course, you know,
Yeah.
you must be proud. All right, all right.
Yes.
Garal, your final comments for me. Have you been convinced? Do you think you should try? You know, you still have time.
I will try for it if I could manage the percentage and the cutoff.
All right, all right. Thank you so much, Garal Vashisht, for joining us in the conversation. Shauri Oberoi, thank you so much. It was great having you, and you know, you spoke really well. And also, all those people who called in with your views and your insights on the conversation. Yogita ji, of course, Saikat Ghosh, Gaurav Sharma, and Abhinav Gupta. Thank you so much. The conversation continues on IndiaPostLive.com through your audio and video comments, your posts, and your tweets. Thank you so much for watching. Bye bye.